So thanks again to IconicFab for this great design called the rig that makes a great bench test rig. What we've been working on has been our Manta M5P over here. We've got a 5 volt and a 24 volt power supply coming in. 5 volts really not being used at the moment. We've pulled the needed wires to power the Manta M5P board right down there, as well as our CAN bus to the BlueStorm Terra toolhead. So what we've been able to do is get this board configured. Yes, we only have two TMC 2209s on there right now. It's because we're going to have X and Y. And then Z is going to have a dummy step stick that breaks out to an external driver. So what we've been able to do is using a network cable, running over to a switch back there. Please disregard the big mess. All of that belongs over here, but we've been doing stuff. At this point, the toolhead on the BlueStorm Terra is talking to the CB2, and our beacon probe is talking to the CB2. And how do we know this? Well, sorry about the light there. Everything is up and running. We're taking no more errors at this point. The last error that we had was the ADC error, which is the good news because that means that everything is configured enough that it's loading your firmware and it's erroring out on a thermistor. Well, this has a thermistor, so the one we were missing was the bed. So always keep a couple of spare thermistors around that you can just plug in to either the bed and or the hot end thermistor ports on your board, just to ensure that you can bench test everything safely. I'm going to figure out a way of mounting a couple of these onto the rig so that at any given point in time, I can just plug them in and we can keep validating and verifying boards and configurations. But we're ready to the point where we should be able to take this back and mount it back in the printer and try and cable everything back up to the main board. Oh, wait. Yeah, the controller or the whole electronics section's there. So I guess we'll be doing a brain swap in the electronics section, validating everything once again with it in the case and wire it up. Till next time.